What is up, everybody, and welcome to a Friday edition of The Squeeze here on YouTube. I am Tyler Conium. So, okay last night if you only watched the video. Not a great night if you went with all my other picks as well. So we went 2-1 from the video portion yesterday. The Rockets and Spurs went way under. And the Leafs smoked the Kings 5-0 in regulation. The Blazers did fall short to the Nuggets, and if you followed my player props, I didn't do all that great there. So if you just followed the video, it was a 2-1 night, up 0.91 units. If you followed the rest, it was a 3-5 night, down 1.29 units. So, but on the week, we're 7-13, but overall we're just down half a unit. So it's just when it comes to records, when people are tracking their records are great, but money is the most important thing. And the reason that, 7-13, but we're taking flyers on things we're only betting half a unit, even quarter units, and our more sure thing bets, i.e. the video here, is when the ones we're betting full units on. So that's why, you want to cover your bases by where you bet full units, where you bet half units. If you're betting 2 units, you just want to be careful there. So overall, 7-13, but only down half a unit. 3 more bets today and again, fully transparent with that. You can follow my stuff on BetStamp. I'm not going to be the type of person that's going to pad my stats or lie, or, if I make the bet and I've put it out there, it is what it is, right? That's the fun part. It's about talking sports. It's not about pay for my picks, subscribe to make you rich. It's about talking sports. Do you agree with what I say? Do you just not want to do the research? Or do you disagree with what I say and you want to go your own way? That's the point. That's the fun. 3 bets today. We're going to start with the National Hockey League in Washington. The Seattle Kraken are playing the Washington Capitals tonight. And believe it or not, the Washington Capitals are the favorites. Seattle comes into this at 15-7. They're 8-1 on the road. Washington is 500. They're 12-12, and they're 7-4 at home. So I'm taking the Seattle Kraken on the money line here. I got that at plus 102. Plus 110 on the money line at DraftKings. The Kraken have actually lost 2 straight games, whereas the Capitals have won 2 straight games. So law of averages dictates Seattle's good, Washington's okay. Let's balance those out. Seattle's not going to lose 3 straight. Washington's not going to win 3 straight. And so that's why I really like Seattle there. Furthermore, the Kraken are 6-0 in their last 6 road games, and they're 4-0 in their last 4 against the Metropolitan Division. And then you just have, when you look at Washington, just under. They're actually 17-10 to the under this season. Seattle's 14-9 to the under. So when they're playing a close game, I just like the Seattle team a little bit better. I actually do have a side bet that it's at 6, and I like the under for that as well. But I think Seattle on the road, they're a hell of a road team again at 8-1. I think they go into Washington and they do beat the Washington Capitals, so I like them on the money line. Moving to the NBA, the Toronto Raptors are visiting the Orlando Magic. Paolo Banchero, one of my favorite young players to watch, will be in the lineup tonight. But I like the Raptors here at -7.5. That's where the spread is set. So it's a big spread. But out of the lineup tonight for Orlando, they're not going to have Gary Harris, they're not going to have Okeke, and they're not going to have Jalen Suggs. So they're missing a lot of their core, and they're already a bad team. They're 6-20, one of the worst teams in the NBA this season. Raptors are 12-12, and the Raptors have not been great on the road. They're 3-9, but they have won their last 2 road games, and they're coming off a big win against Los Angeles. They did lose by 6 to Boston, but the last time these 2 teams played, which was just December 3rd at home in Toronto, they beat them 121-108. Orlando's coming off a 116-111 victory against the Clippers, but previous to that lost 9 straight games. So they are a bad basketball team. 7.5 isn't my favorite spread, but I do think the Raptors can cover. No real injuries aside from Hernan Gomez and Achua, who've been out the past few games anyway, and Toronto's looked really good, so I look for them to keep that rolling. Third pick of the day, we go to Philadelphia, a big marquee matchup. Well, sort of. But we've got the Los Angeles Lakers against the Philadelphia 76ers. I like the Lakers side in this one, and the reason being they had a very emotional loss at Cleveland. They had it very close until late in the fourth quarter. Donovan Mitchell pulled them away. Cleveland Cavaliers beat the LA Lakers 116-112. Next day they go into Toronto. No Anthony Davis. LeBron James sitting out for rest, and they got smoked 126-113. I think that LeBron and Anthony Davis, who's probable to return from his illness, I think that they're going to be a little bit pissed off. They want to make a bit of a statement against a Philadelphia 76ers team who is expected to be very good this year. They're not that good. They're sitting at 12-12, only 7-5 at home. I think they're going to look to come out and make a statement. I don't know if they can necessarily win this game, so we're going to go with a teaser instead. So the spread, let me just have a look. The books have it right now as the 76ers at -3.5. You can actually get the Lakers at +5.5, but there's a lot of juice. In most books, the Lakers are +3.5, +4. And then they've got the over-under set to 224.5. So I like teasing this here. What I'm going to do is take it up to Lakers +10.5 and then bring the total down to 217.5 and bet the over. So that two-way parlay brings us to -105. So in terms of the over-under, let's have a look. Philadelphia, when these two teams play each other, it's under 6-1 the last 7 times these two teams have met in Philadelphia. We're looking to take the over. Over is 4-0 in the Lakers' last 4, and 4-1 in their last 5. In Philadelphia, over is 6-2 in their last 8 home games, and 4-1 following a straight-up loss. So they're playing a little bit more to the over lately. When we look at the last results for LA, 228 over, 225 went under, but then 233 over, 230 over, 223 all went over. And then in Philadelphia, 222 way over by 32, 217 over, 212 over. So they've been playing, a lot of over games. So I think that in 217 is not a very high number at all. That's for each team to get 105, 110, which I think is definitely doable. And again, I think Anthony Davis has had a monster few games before he went out with an illness, and LeBron, they're going to be a little bit more motivated. And Philadelphia is, of course, going to be motivated when you have LeBron and the Lakers in town. So I don't think the Lakers are going to get blown out in this one by any means. So I like them at +10.5. for the total to be 217.5 and take the over. So let's just run down that card. We've got Seattle Kraken +110 on the money line. That's at DraftKings, 1 unit. Toronto Raptors -7.5. That's -110 at Bet365, 1 unit. And then we've got at Bet365 as well, Lakers +10.5, over 217.5, teaser parlay for 1 unit. Feel free to drop a comment, fade or follow, and you can follow me on Twitter at Tyler Conium or on Telegram, which is linked through my Twitter as well, where I'll be posting some more pics throughout the day. And let's talk sports.